Now we discuss the family policy of Pakistan. And the first item, one of the most important items, is marriage. As already discussed, the Muslim Family Law Ordinance 1961 governs the issue of marriage and its dissolution. It is still the case that this law deals with marriage even in Bangladesh. Marriage is not defined in the ordinance, but it's between two adults of opposite sex. A nikah khan is not necessary for marriage, but for the registration of marriage. Even in case of the court marriage, we need a nikah khan. Another important element of marriage is the nikah-nama. So let's look at it. The first portion of the nikah-nama is about the details of the bride and bridegroom, their parents, their residents, whether they are previously married or not. But there are some other conditions which were usually not given much importance. And these are on the second page. And these are the amount of dower or meher, whether it is given at the time of marriage or given at a later date, what portion is in terms of property. One of the important issues about meher or dower is that it is the right of the bride. So it's not something which is given by the bridegroom and can be taken away. So it should be brides and the families of the bride should insist on that. Another condition which is ignored is special conditions. So special conditions, anything can be put in that condition. So the bride can put that she will get education, she will continue to go to university, she can work, she is entitled to maintenance. An amount can also be given such as 20,000 per month or 50,000 per month, number of children, or whether she will live with the extended family or not. So all or different or any other conditions can be put here in terms of marriage contract. Another important detail is that husband can give the wife the right of divorce, and then the wife can also curtail the husband's right of divorce. So these are the two conditions which are again not given importance. The right of divorce is important in the sense that yes, wife can get khula if she doesn't want to live with her husband, but when there is khula, the wife cannot have her meher, maintenance or alimony. And for khula, wife has to go to the court. If it's written here in the nikah-nama that the wife has the right of divorce, then she doesn't have to go to the court. Like the husband, she can also inform the union council that she has divorced her husband, and that will be it. And then she can also keep the meher and ask for maintenance or alimony. Wife can also restrict the husband's rights of divorce. 4 marriages are allowed in Islam, but under this act, yes, 4 marriages are allowed, but for the second or any subsequent marriage, the husband has to go to the arbitration council. This arbitration council is to be set up by the chairman union council. It has representatives of both the wife or wives and as well as the husband. If there is agreement, then it's easy. Otherwise, this can go to the court. Arbitration council has also a role in the divorce. Divorce doesn't become effective before 90 days. There is a time for reconciliation. The arbitration council or the chairman union council setups brings the wife and husband or their representative together after 30 days or within 30 days so that they can sit together and resolve their differences. So in this way, the official law is little different from the Hanafi law, that there is no immediate divorce, and reconciliation is possible within the 90 days.